5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Magnolia Live! Welcome to our second episode of Magnolia Live. I know you guys are used to seeing me do sports, but this week I'm hosting Magnolia Live. The future is looking bright for Cleveland sports. The Browns, as always, are rebuilding, but this time at least it's a stadium. What? I'm just saying. At least this way we'll finally get to see a Super Bowl in Cleveland. The Guardians are playing some decent ball right now. They're tied for first in the American League Central. I was going to make a joke about them, but Emmanuel Clauset bet me $5 that I wouldn't. Lastly, we have the Cavs, who are in the playoffs, tied 2-2 in a 7-game series against the Detroit Pistons. But we ought to change the name from Cleveland Cavaliers to Cleveland Possums, because both play dead at home and get killed on the road. Okay, how are scrambled eggs and the Browns football team the same? They've both been beaten. Okay, let's get straight to our first segment about some community resources with Nick and Zoe.
Hey Clubhouse, I'm Nick.
And I'm Zoe.
We're here with some information on some fantastic parades and ceremonies, and even a festival going on this Memorial Day weekend.
We start off on the east side of town with the Euclid Memorial Day Parade and Ceremonies. A graveside service will be held at Euclid Ceremony starting at 8 a.m. with the parade starting at 10 a.m. on Lake Shore Boulevard, running down 222nd Street to City Hall, where a service to honor those who gave the ultimate sacrifice will take place afterwards.
Also on the east side, we have the Shaker Heights Memorial Day Ceremony and Parade. Services start at 9 a.m. on May 25th at City Hall, with the parade following heading down Van Aken Boulevard to the Van Aken District.
If those first two options on the east side don't catch your fancy, you can still go to the University Heights Memorial Day Parade, with it being called the longest running East Side Parade in Cleveland, according to the city's website. This year, the parade will step off at 11 a.m. on May 25th with a heartfelt ceremony at 12:30.
If you're more attuned to participating in events on the west side, we have some of those for you too, starting with the Strongsville Memorial Day Parade and Ceremony. Stepping off at 11 a.m. on Monday, May 25th at St. Joseph Church, the parade will end at the Freedom Trail Gazebo, where a ceremony will follow honoring fallen heroes.
Finally, on this upcoming Memorial Day weekend, we have the Greek Festival. The Tremont Greek Festival is a Memorial Day weekend tradition that's been around for 40 plus years. If you go, don't be surprised if you experience a welcoming atmosphere. Everybody seems to know everybody else, and chances are they probably do. And guess what? You're part of the family now too.
Hopefully you can find something to do this Memorial Day, so take the time to remember our brave service men and women.
With that, back to more Magnolia news.
Thank you. I feel very inspired. Thank you. I needed that. Did you know May is Mental Health Awareness Month? Willie has some very important information for us.
Ugh, I'm so tired. I'm so depressed. I am so depressed. I'm so tired. I'm so moody, fatigued. Ah, man. That's right. Hello, everybody. This week's topic is on sleep apnea and the benefits that can affect your mental health. I am exhausted because I have sleep apnea myself. I've had it for over, I guess it's been about 14 years since when I had my first sleep study. So I'm a little tired right now. And what I want to talk about is sleep apnea severely impacts mental health by causing chronic, fragmented sleep and low oxygen levels, leading to a threefold high risk of depression and anxiety. And you have to think about that. What if the person already has mental health issues and the sleep apnea is going to just make his mental health problems and symptoms even worse? The constant nighttime breathing interruptions increase stress hormones like cortisol, resulting in irritability, mood swings, cognitive decline, memory issues, and a significantly higher risk of suicidal ideation. Now, if you have sleep apnea, make an effort to try to get it treated. Ways to get it treated: you can talk to your primary care doctor, you can talk to your psychiatrist or your therapist. Or if you don't feel like you sleep well, or you might have a sleep issue, like myself, I just told my doctor I don't sleep right. And then she finally got me a test one time, and then it came back that I had sleep apnea. So, a few ways of treating sleep apnea is common. One of the most common is the CPAP machine. I think most of us have seen that big old machine. It can significantly improve mood and alleviate anxiety and depression symptoms. Other treatments such as mouthpiece that I try to use, and some people also have surgery. I have one of the little minor surgeries to kind of help some construction in there, but nothing any of the other big ones. And they can also offer mental health benefits by restoring proper sleep. If you really think you have sleep apnea, see, it's funny. I'm yarning right now, right in the middle of this. If you think you have sleep apnea, talk to your doctor, talk to your primary care, and get yourself some mental health and get some help with sleep, and it might help with your mental health. Thank you.
Thank you, Willie. We look forward to hearing from all the tips this month. Part of our Magnolia Live will include information about voting, advocacy, and other important things. Let's see what's coming up with Mike and advocacy.
Good afternoon. I'm Mike with an advocacy update, and class is now in session. There was little or no contest in Tuesday's primary races, which were primarily for the Ohio governorship. The Democratic candidate Amy Acton ran unopposed, and the Republican candidate Vivek Ramaswamy won 82% of the Republican ballot. Amy Acton is a doctor and formerly was the main Ohio health advisor during the COVID pandemic era. Vivek Ramaswamy was a former member of DOJ and a former presidential candidate. In the Ohio primary for the United States Senate, one-sided results also were rendered. The Democratic candidate, Sherrod Brown, former three-term senator, gained 89.5% of the vote, and his eventual opponent, Senator John Husted, presently serving in now Vice President J.D. Vance's vacated seat, won an overwhelming majority of Republican primary votes. We'll certainly be hearing a great deal about these candidates in the next few upcoming months. Thank you very much for your attention.
Fantastic information. Next we have our Clubhouse Standard. And here is Robin with Standard 37.
Hey Clubhouse, I'm Robin. It's Standard 37. It's about socials and holidays. Standard 37 reads, the Clubhouse has Recreational and social programs during evenings and weekends. Holidays are observed. Make sure to discuss this on your units. Back to more news.
Hello there, Magnolia. This is Tim with your quote of the week. The flower that blooms in adversity is the most rare and beautiful of all. This quote is said by the Emperor from the Disney movie Mulan. Now back to more Magnolia Live.
Okay, here's another one for you. Cleveland pizza, a slice of heaven with a side of sarcasm. Okay. Next we have our sports history segment with Scott.
Hey Clubhouse, I'm Scott Trella with this week's sports history trivia question of the week. And this week's question is a Cleveland Cavaliers trivia question. Who was the first Cleveland Cavalier with 200 steals in a season? Is the answer A, Ron Harper, B, LeBron James, C, Brevin Knight, or D, Foots Walker? And the answer is, drum roll please. And if you said A, Ron Harper, you are correct. During his rookie season, Ron Harper set a franchise record with 209 steals while also leading the team in points 1,874 and assists 394. And I'll be back with next week's Magnolia Clubhouse Sports Report. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1, I'm done.
Finally, we have DJ and Nyasia. Let's hear what they have to share about clients' rights.
Know your rights.
Hi, I'm Nick, one of your clients' rights officers here at Magnolia Clubhouse and host of
Know Your Rights.
Know Your Rights, a show where you can see real-life examples of your 21 rights as a member. Here are some colleagues of mine to show you an example of one of these rights in action.
Hey everybody! Oh, this is great. Everybody's hard at work. I can't wait to put these pictures on Instagram and Facebook.
Did you just take my picture? You have to ask me first.
It was at this moment that she knew.
She had violated her rights.
You already know what it is, man. Yeah, thanks. I love all y'all. I got my friend Courtney right here.
Hey, you can't be doing that.
But I went to record you though. Come on.
Not without my permission, no.
Oof. Okay, now that was an example of what not to do. At the clubhouse, we take protecting your rights very seriously. But if you feel like your rights have ever been violated, then you have the right to file a grievance. Let's go to Aaron to find out how.
Here's what to do if you feel like your rights have been violated. Number 1, file a grievance with the client's right officer who can help you if needed. This can be either verbal or written. Don't forget to sign and date it if it is written. Step number 2, the client's right officer will need as much information as possible, including the date and time of incident and the people involved. There are no timelines for how quickly you must file, but it's best to file as soon as possible. The client's rights officer will, step number 3, investigate the grievance. They may include talking to the people involved to learn more about what happened. Step number 4, at the conclusion of the investigation, you will be given a written resolution and a process will conclude. Step number 5, if you are not satisfied with the resolution, you can take your grievance to another organization, including the local Adams Board. The clubhouse will provide you with relevant information about your grievance if desired. Also, as resolutions must be made within 20 working days from time you file.
In this scenario, right number 9 was violated. As stated in the policy, the right to be advised and the right to refuse observation by others and by techniques such as one-way mirrors, tape recorders, video recorders, television, movies, photographs, or other audio and visual technology. The right does not prohibit an agency from using closed circuit monitoring to observe seclusion rooms or a common area, which does not include bathrooms or sleeping areas. Basically, before members or staff record you in any way, you should be informed of the recording, the purpose, and, if at all, where that would be posted. So you can decide if you are comfortable. This does not impact the clubhouse's ability to use security cameras to monitor member and staff safety on the clubhouse grounds. Let's return to our scenarios to see how to protect the rights of our Magnolia Clubhouse members.
Hey everybody! Just wanted to let you know we're going to be taking some pictures for Instagram and Facebook. Is there anybody that doesn't want to be involved?
Actually, I'd rather leave the room. Thank you so much for asking.
So TikTok, y'all already know who it is. JR here. Do you mind if I record you on my TikTok?
Oh, sure.
Hi, this is my friend Courtney here, guys. Hey, say hi.
Hi.
Great job! This is an example of what to do. If you want a written copy of your rights, you can find them in the vestibule, near the front door, ask a staff, or you can check your enrollment packet. I'm Nick, and I'll see you next time for another episode of
Know Your Rights.
Know Your Rights.
That's it for our second episode of Magnolia Live. Remember to stay classy, Cleveland.
If you're living with mental illness, join the club.